Let's just sketch that. We're looking at a relationship between time in, what was the unit? Seconds. And height in meters?
Yeah.
Okay. And we're talking about people jumping from a plane and they have a parachute, okay? So we know that, I'm gonna draw a plane. Okay, I don't know how to draw, okay? Before time passes, so at 0 seconds, you're going to jump from this plane, right? So eventually you're going to come down and it's going to look like it's going to form a parabola, okay? Okay, so the question says if the jumper exits the plane at a height of 554 meters before they jump. So what point would that represent on my little sketch here? Yeah, it's the y-intercept, and it's also going to be the vertex, right? In this case, because that's going to be the highest point. If they're exiting at 0, 554, I know that's going to be where the vertex is. Like we talked about, we're not going back in time, okay? This is where they're exiting the plane. When no time passes, they're 554 meters from the ground. So our x-axis is the ground. Okay, so the question says, how long will this person, so let's draw a little person here. They're coming down, this is free fall, and then all of a sudden, when it gets to 300 meters, so I'm just doing a rough little sketch, their parachute opens. I don't know how to draw a parachute. So we need to know how long, so how many seconds, so from here to here, how many seconds have passed and when their parachute opens. Their parachute opens at 300 meters, okay? So we need to find the x value of the point where y is 300. If we can find the quadratic relation that models this, okay, then we can answer the question. So let's write a quadratic relation in vertex form. Let's figure out what we know from this question. Is there any information that we can plug into our quadratic equation? We know h and k, okay? So we know h, right, here, and we know k. The question actually told us the a value. What was the a value? Go back to the original question. It told us what a is equal to. Okay, so a is equal to negative 0.5 g, which means negative 0.5 multiplied by g. G represents the acceleration due to gravity, and on Earth, g is equal to what? What's g on Earth? 9.8. So I need to take negative 0.5 and multiply it by 9.8 because we're talking about the gravity on Earth, and that will give us our a value. Okay, so a is equal to negative 4.9. Okay, so now I have my a value. We're trying to find x, right? We're trying to find the point where the parachute opens. I want to know how many seconds have passed. Do we know the y value? Yes, we do. So we actually know y, we know a, we know h and k, and we need to find x. We need to find the time that passes, okay? Okay, so these were all the values that we were given. Let's plug it into our equation and solve for x. So 300 equals negative 4.9 bracket x, we don't know, minus h is 0 and plus 554. What's x take away nothing? Just x, right? So let's simplify that. X take away nothing is x, so I have x squared. So I have negative 4.9 x squared plus 554. So it becomes 300 take away 554 equals negative 4.9 x squared. What's 300 take away 554? Good. Negative 254 is equal to negative 4.9 x squared. What's the next step here? Squared. Okay, so if I divide this by negative 4.9, bless you, I have to divide this side by negative 4.9. Negative divided by negative is positive. Did you get 51.8?
Yeah.
Equals x squared. Okay, but I need to know what x equals. What's the opposite of squaring a number? Square root. So the square root of x squared is x. What's the square root of 51.8? We can round it to one decimal place. So it's approximately equal to 7.2. So if x is equal to 7.2, I'm going to put that here because that was our x value. What was the question asking us to find? The time, we're finding the time when the parachute opens. We were told that the parachute opens at 300 meters, so that occurred after approximately 7 seconds, around 7 seconds, okay? Now that we know the A value and H and K, let's just write the equation that would represent this situation. So what is the equation in vertex form?
4.9.
Y equals negative 4.9, yeah. X, okay, squared plus 554. Can we simplify that? Because it's x minus 0, so we could just write y equals negative 4.9 x squared, right, plus 554.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.